This is Eli. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Potts to talk about their successful basketball season. The girls' basketball team has had a strong season. Why do you think they did so well this year?
We did really well this year because we spent a lot of time in the gym in the off season. We spend 6 days a week practicing throughout the season, and we're in the gym at least once or twice a week throughout the off season months.
This year's basketball team, we were more like a family. We spent a lot of time on and off the court. They really worked well together. They knew each player had a role this year, and they did a great job working together in teamwork.
Who are some of the season's greatest players and why?
That's a tough question. Like Coach Potts said, a lot of people on this year's team had to accept a certain role for us to be successful. And after our players decided to accept a role and buy into that, we had tremendous success. Courtney Whitson's a natural leader. I look at her playing at the next level and playing at a big-time college. Jaden Fullen's got another wonderful opportunity to play in college. Tatiana White is another player that can play in college. Our starting five has a tremendous work ethic. They have a super competitive drive, and our practices were fantastic just because of how competitive those girls were naturally.
Everyone had a different role. We talked about that. Like Macy Garst was our defensive leader. She was great. She didn't score a lot, but she, made up for it on defense. Claire Chapman, Molly Hopkins, they all did a great job. I talked about having roles. If Courtney was having a bad scoring game, Jaden Fullen would step up, and they knew they supported each other and did well.
The only 2 games we lost this year, one game Jaden Fullen fouled out, and the other game Courtney Whitson fouled out. So what that tells us is if Courtney and Jaden are in the game at the same time, then we can't lose.
What is your proudest moment this season?
Our proudest moment was winning area, of course. We came back, we played Greenville. We had beaten them several times this season, but they actually came here and had us down 14 points, and halftime we just pulled us together and we looked at the girls and we told them we are not going to lose this game and to play hard, and we came back and actually won that game by 1 point, which I think that was one of the happiest moments of this season because the girls deserved it. They put in their time and they deserved that game.
What was your biggest disappointment or scariest moment this season?
Our scariest moment this season probably had to be at the Robinson Sevier basketball game at Dobbins Bennett. Courtney Whitson went down on the floor, and she never goes down on the floor because she's usually the strongest player in the game. And when I ran over and saw tears in her eyes, I became immediately scared that this was going to be something pretty serious. We were able to get her to the trainer's room at Dobbins Bennett. They took tremendous care of her, got her some ice, and immediately did some movements with her, and she was okay. But that was definitely the scariest moment of the season.
Disappointing. Of course, last game of the season, we went down sectionals state in Sevierville, and we played a young team, Ray County, and we prepared for that team, 100%. We should have beat that team. I guess that's what hurts more than anything is when you lose and you feel like if you had your A game that day, you should have won. I think that hurt the most, that game, the disappointing, because if we won that game, it would have taken us to the state championship, and that was our goal. So I guess disappointing and most hurtful that last game, and also because we knew that was the last time we were all going to be together and play together.
How do you feel about next school year's basketball season? Any predictions?
Next year's group is exciting because we coach AAU, and we're blessed to have 3 of those girls on our AAU team play at Sevier. Our JV team this past year was 2nd place in the conference. We were 2nd place behind Liberty Bell. So we had a very successful season, but we were also very young. We had 3 6th graders that started on the JV team. So next year, we lose almost our entire varsity team. They'll be at Dobbins Bennett. So our young JV squad is going to have to step up and play varsity. So we're going to be good, especially the year after next when these girls are 8th graders. But we'll definitely be competitive next year.
What's special about our JV team is that they all put in time off the court all year round. So they don't mind coming in, all year round and getting ready for the season.